Hello, friends. I am back with day 8 of our Holiday Sketch-A-Day series using my 30 card sketch volume 2. I'm Kristina Reese and welcome to Creating with Kristina. Today's holiday card features the Traditions of Christmas Suite collection by Stampin' Up, and I just want to show this off. It's so amazing. All right, this is the beautiful paper, and it's gold embossed. Can you see the gold shining on there? Isn't that gorgeous with all those poinsettia? And flip it over. I love our backside. Our backside is great because it is versatile for all year long. So even though it's a Christmas paper, you can use it all year long. So beautiful. Also in this collection, you can see this satiny red ribbon, these fun glimmer dots, and then 2 different stamp sets that coordinate with each other. There's traditional labels, which has all these great sentiments, and then these really fun labels, and the Christmas greenery, which has all these poinsettia, and then these are the filler stamps, so you don't have to actually color. You can stamp in the colors and then flip it over, and it's got all this fun greenery to cut out. All right, so we've got those, and then here is just the whole entire collection on the website, stampinup.com, Traditions of Christmas collection, and here is the item number for the entire collection. You can order them a la mode, but anyway, so let's get all this out of the way. Also, if you're finding this video for the first time, there is a link in the description for you to watch from the beginning. Also, there is a link for this product and the sketchbook as well. All right, now that I've moved all this out of the way, there we go. Let's and stay to the end because there's a fall version of this card also. All right, let's start with today's sketch number 8 for day 8. And you can see here, here is the example that is in the book, and it has a 2-inch strip here, a 1.5-inch strip here. It's got a layer in the back, and then it's got 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, but that doesn't, you'll notice on my sample here, I didn't actually use a square. I used a large snowflake. So that's really just a focal image, but that just tells you about how much space you have. You can use a square though, that obviously. Okay, let's put this to the side so you can see the sketch. All right, let's bring out the pieces for our card. I have a 8.5 by 5.5 folded at 4 1/4 for my base. This is Secret Sea. It's the color in the collection. And all right, there we go. Now, our collection didn't actually have bubble bath, but it does have the bubble bath in the flowers, the pink poinsettias. So this is from our designer series paper that's family. So this is the Settles family 6x6 designer paper. It has 6x6 of all the different colors in the Settles family. So that's very, just thought I'd share that with you because that's helpful to have when you need a color, but it's not in the collection. All right, we're going to cut this at 4 by 5 1/4. I mean, yeah, 4 by 5. That's correct. 4 by 5 1/4. And it is our layer. Okay, so we're just going to do that. Then I'm going to adhere that to the front of the card. Pull this out of the way. And let me get some adhesive. And we're just going to tape this on to the front like that. There we go. Our next piece is the 2-inch by 5 1/4, and that's going to go there. I need to trim it though. I've just hold on. I've just cut it at 2 inches. I haven't cut it at 5 1/4, so let me do that. Also, this piece going across, I might as well cut them together. This is 4 inches, so let me do that real quick. So 5 1/4 and 4. Now, I don't have specific instructions on where this goes, but it's about a 3/4 of an inch or an inch over from, uh, no, 3/4 of an inch over from the side of the card. So if you've got grid paper, you can do that, but it really doesn't matter. You can put it wherever you want. Okay, so we have that piece on. Now this one is going to go across. However, I'm going to do some heat embossing here. So I need to do this separate from the card. Grab this up here. This is a silicone mat and it can handle the heat from a heat tool. And we have the Versamark ink, so we need that. And then the sentiment I pulled out was "'Tis the Season." So let's ink that up. This is Versamark is a sticky clear ink that will hold on to the gold embossing powder. We're going to do this with gold embossing. And I'm just going to put this down in the corner. Okay. And if you've never heat embossed, this is a fun technique in the card making world. And you can get these powders in any color. Our store sells it in the basic white, black, and oh gosh, this is gold. There's gold, silver, copper, white, black. Oh, I can't remember the third one. But anyways, yeah, so we have 6 colors, but you can get and it needs to say heat embossing powder if you get it somewhere else. Okay. But we love ours. Ours is the Wow product brand. Okay, so get all this out of the way. Oh, I should have covered this before I sprinkled the powder. You never want to get powder in there, you'll have a mess. Okay. And turn this on. Give me just a sec. And when it starts to turn shiny, you know it's melted. So it's melting the powder and it's making it shiny. There we go. All right. 'Tis the season. Now notice the paper is a little warped, but that's okay because we're going to stick it down on the card and it'll be flat again. But you just need to be careful. If you get too much heat on the paper, it can burn it and it can also warp it. All right, so let's get that stuck on there. Like I said, it doesn't really matter. I have this up an inch from the edge. So it does not make a perfect square here. It's kind of a rectangle. There we go. So that's on there now. Okay. This piece is, you can stamp. Let me get that. Let me show you with the product here. You can stamp this piece here and then cut it out and color it and cut it out. And it is going to be this large. All right. So that's kind of big. It was going to take up the whole card. However, with the designer paper, you can also, so it's this piece I cut it off of. Yeah, this is it. You can also just fussy cut these that are already printed. So that's pretty cool, huh? So I just fussy cut that out. Now, before I stick this on here, I want to put some ribbon behind it. So I'm going to put some adhesive back here. And the way I do ribbon is I just go back and forth across with the ribbon. All right, so here we go, and double check to make sure I go the right direction. I don't want to cover up my words. So let's see, I think I had it. Yeah, this is how I have it. So these two, so these pine needles kind of make a cross. So the longer side with the red up at the top, that's how I'm going to have it. And I want my ribbon, come here, ribbon, to kind of be at an angle also. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself plenty of room here. There we go. So I know where it starts. All right. Now how I do this is I put my finger, am I in the camera? There we go. Whoops, stuck my finger in the adhesive. It's sticky. Okay. And we fold it over. Okay. And then I take a finger on this side and I fold it over. Okay. And then, oh, I wish that was longer. Hold on. Okay, if you mess it up, it's no big deal. It comes off the adhesive real easy. So I do want it a little longer. Yeah, so we'll go there. And then I'll go here and here and there. All right. Now take my snips and cut it. Oh, make sure you have a good pair of snips. Yeah, if they're not, you're going to get your ribbon snagged. These are my paper snips. I have a pair of ribbon snips, but they're okay. There we go. All right, and I said the red is up at the top, and now we need some dimensionals. This is another way to secure the ribbon, to lay the dimensional halfway, just like that. Okay, and then we'll put, let's put one here. So I want one over here also. Yeah. All right, so that should be good. Now, ribbon is okay if you get it off the edge because it can bend in the envelope. However, we want to make sure your paper doesn't get on the edge, but the ribbon there, that's fine. So pretty. Okay, almost done. I need more gold. I just need more gold. So let's grab these, and I haven't even opened this pack yet. Okay. Come here. Awesome. All right. We have large and medium and small. I love it when they do that. Grab my tweezers here, and we'll get a medium gold over here. And then I'll get a large gold and a tiny gold. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? I love it. 'Tis the season. 'Tis the season. All right. Like I promised you, I want to show you a fall version of this card. And so I have the Gathering Together stamp collection here from Stampin' Up. And same idea. We just took designer papers, kind of a more clear. Now, instead of embossing and stamping actually on the paper, I did a tag. So however you want to do this card, it's the same sketch. So here's the sketch, and here are the cards. Beautiful, huh? I love how you just change the colors in the paper and it gives you this sketch a whole new feel, don't you? Well, and since we're talking about creativity and versatility, I just want to share one more way that you can stretch your crafting budget this month. Don't forget, October's joining special lets you choose $125 worth of product for just $35. So you could get so much paper, stamp, everything for just $35. Pretty good deal. But if you wanted even more savings, you can get $189. That's almost $200 for just $99 when you join Stampin' Up in October of the year 2025. All right, you can find the details and the product links below. Thanks for spending time and crafting with me, and I will see you tomorrow for another card idea. Bye-bye.